in this campaign. And the referee, Reuben Keane of Canberra, refereed at his home Commonwealth Games in 2018 at just 19 years of age. It's taken him around the world. It's a fantastic moustache, and he is going to be on the whistle this evening. Wales versus Italy, round 5, the final round of the under-26 nations from the Arms Park. Wales looking for their second victory of the competition. Italy looking to get another away victory, a third in a row against Wales. And as we settle for the first penalty of the game, it's time to say hello to Richie Rees. Richie, big night for both teams tonight. I think if either get the victory, it'll look like a good campaign.
Yes, a massive game. Obviously, Italy are 2 from 4 so far in this competition. Wales just the 1 from 4, but it's the start that they didn't want. I think it was just Nick Thomas got stuck at the bottom of that contact after making the tackle. And you mentioned him, Dave, earlier on. It's the guy we gave man of the match to last year, is Marcos Gallerini, the prop, and that is huge for their pack as well. So expect them not to go too far away from it.
Well, that's overthrown, so it's a first touch for Evan Wood. As I mentioned, one of 4 Cardiff Met students, and he's Matty Young on his debut from Cardiff Rugby. So he'll know this synthetic turf very well. Comes through the same age groups as Cody Stone, who'll be hoping to make his debut a little bit later on today. It's a much more settled team for Italy. They'll be looking to finish strong. I mean, they could be championship contenders. That's an excellent turnover.
Yes, Bellucci, I think, he's just getting over that ball. He's just got latched one hand onto it. And Wales have really struggled to remove him. He's key and high with the carry. Ball gets stuck to his chest, and in doing so, it just allows Italy that turnover in that mid-third of the field. So important today between the two 10-metre lines.
That's 2 penalties already, and that one's been kept in. It's good athleticism.
Touch.
But then the flag goes up. It will be a line out, and well, Wales have piggybacked Italy into their own 22 there. Firstly, a penalty, and then a turnover.
Okay, stay here.
Yeah, good to see that man, Matty Young, on the field as well, getting his first start of the campaign. Started this year with St Peter's. They made a few appearances for Cardiff RFC.
First line out of the day, Samuele Mirenzi goes up. The zebra lock, giant young lock. The pack go to work, but they're going to have to take it to the back line. It's the first carry for Nicola Bozzo, the ever-present inside centre. Casilio finds Siciliano. Good tackle to stop him dead.
Page, yeah, and he's isolated.
As well to present that with one hand. Now Gallerini, desperate to get his hands on the ball.
Advantage.
Another penalty. Wales are off their feet, and so Pisani can carry. A big carry it is too. Trying to create that quick ball. A pick and a go from Zanandrea. Now Pucciarello kicks that in behind. Oh, they've won the take, but Morgan Morse has held it up brilliantly. Oh, that 50-50. Great contest. Morse rescues Wales, but it's only temporary respite.
Yeah, we saw Morse doing exactly the same last week. His defensive work ethic is outstanding just behind that defensive line.
In the middle. Middle, and still shot.
But yeah, the referee, Reuben Keane, just asking Italy where they want the penalty from.
Canarac was fine
3 penalties against Wales in the first 3 minutes. And look what it means. Look where Italy are.
Fine.
It all starts from the kick-off on the 22, and they're 3 penalties later, and they're looking for 3 points to go.
Well, this will be a real nerve settler. I mean, Morgan Morse has perhaps saved 2, maybe 4 points. A little bit of indiscipline is looking like it's going to cost Wales 3. Martino Pucciarello. First shot at goal. First points. 4 minutes gone. Wales 0, Italy 3.
Yeah, you can imagine in their prep this week, Wales are wanting to play quick tempo, quick taps, quick line-outs. And Italy will want to be doing something in the polar opposite dimension with their pack that they've got. And we've seen the success that they've had this year and last. They've got quite a few players coming back for their second season at 20s level.
Harry Ford restarts. Luca Bellucci carries it in. Wales turn it over. That's beautifully through the legs, and Bedell can start to release some speed. Aidan Boshoff, first start for him. Oh, he's tried to pick that up and go again.
Knocked on there. We'll come back for the first one by Blue.
Yeah, double knock on. Italian knock on first. That's forced the turnover from Wales. They've looked to get Boshov into the game nice and early.
Knock on, Blue.
Boshov, one of a couple of players for Wales this evening, still of school age. Which begs the question how he gets away with that haircut, because that would have been cut off back in your school days, Richie. Make no mistake.
As we spoke, okay?
So have a look at this nudge here and Morgan Morse's defence.
Yeah, that's what's probably separated Morse from the rest of his teammates in this campaign, is just work ethic. He's just missed the one game, but he's played nearly 80 minutes in the rest. Interesting setup for Wales. They've got Ford and Young just stacked in behind that scrum. 2 to the right, 2 to the left, and 2 in behind. So big trigger now is how this scrum holds. Do they get up on the loose? Do they get up on the tight? What do Italy look to do?
Too much moving before the ball, both teams.
Well, Italy's scrum is quite renowned. Marcus Gallerini, we know all about. Federico Pisani used to be the tight head in behind him, but they've moved him to the loose head. Both signed to Benetton, but Pisani playing at Verona.
Yeah, if it goes through, you're trying to get your best players on the field. And Pisani, Gallerini, we know the quality that they've got.
Let's go.
And they rested one of the pair last week. Now get them both on the field at the same time.
And for Wales, Kian Haya making good solid strides into being a tight head prop.
Crouch!
Josh Morse on the loose head side.
Keep your eyes on Lorenzo Casillo, how he defends, but he's not going to need to.
Good boy, good boy.
Scrum called.
Good boy, good boy.
No surprise that Italy have gone for another scrum, because if it's the same offence again, the short arm becomes the long arm.
Stand up like that, okay? That's what the free kick is for, okay? Yep.
Ruben Keane just explaining to Kieran Haya and Josh Morse. But he doesn't want him standing up. You just see him pops up there. Kieran Haya, he wasn't comfortable, so he wasn't going to go down. Against Pisani, when he wasn't comfortable, stood right up. And the referee, Ruben Keane from Australia, wasn't having any of it. Free kick, but they go again. Italy.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Italy's feet this time, they go straight through the Wales front row. The referee wants a reset. This is lung-busting work for these tight five forwards on both teams, but Marcus Gallerini
I'm going to come to your side, Jerry.
back on his feet, and he'll do this all day.
He did drop to his knee there, Gallerini, from our spot here up in the commentary box.
Do not change your bind, okay?
So let's have a look. Referee's just changed sides. He's come over for a closer inspection.
Bearing in mind, this becomes an important scrum for Italy now, because they've chosen to scrum off the free kick, and if it does go Wales' way, this is a dangerous part of the field.
Yeah, they've gone a 5-on-1 split. 5 attackers to the left, 1 to the right. Italy has forced Wales to put Harry Ford over to defend the short side. But look at the power in that set piece.
Well, the pressure comes on, it's a penalty advantage, and now Italy can get going. It's been knocked on, but it'll be another penalty.
Red not staying square, front row.
Thumbs up from Gallerini.
4
Red
penalties
not staying
conceded
square.
already for Wales.
And that's the struggle they're going to have tonight. How do they manage this set piece that Italy are quite clearly looking to come with? You know, you don't want to go to the bench too early. You've seen the size and the experience of Gallerini, Pisani, both props, and sandwiched in between them, Cecchino. Just how do you challenge it? How do you change the picture for the referee?
Well, that is the question that those 3 men are going to have to answer, and the one who sat next to them as well, Sam Hobbs, the scrum coach. So Italy go to the front.
Late sack, number 3.
Oh, another penalty. Kian Haya has sacked that when it was on the way down.
Number 3, penalty advantage.
And now Casillo can send Gallerini into the red wall.
Away, red! Stay.
Lorenzo Casillo, one of the players surviving from last year's team who defeated Wales in Italy. That's turned over, but on the advantage.
Have to be careful here, Wales. Harry Beddle, the skipper.
3 red, light sack.
He's going to have a word with Ruben Keane, have a word with his players. He has to paint a different picture. I think that's 5 penalties within the first 9 minutes of the game for Wales. They're not going to give themselves a chance if this continues, and the last thing you want is the referee to go to his pocket, yellow card.
Let's take another look at where the sack happened. Cian Hyer is the man we're going to keep our eyes on. Good line-out ball for Italy then, inside the Wales 22. Last time they were here, they came away with 3 points. What will be the result this time? Casilio thinks about a little dart. Delarue was offside there. He was lucky he pulled out when he did.
No, it's accidental. It's accidental. Scrum ball. Red ball. Accidental obstruction. Red ball. Completely accidental, okay? He can't.
Given the way the last scrum went, you wonder whether that accidental offside scrum is a reward for Wales or not.
Better. Keep your bind there.
Yeah, they want to get 10 point
Let's
at
set up,
Wales,
please.
set the scrum nice and quick, in and out. Rodri Lewis, the new starting 9 for Wales. Point your hips towards the 8 feet and just feed it in as quick as you can and as crooked as you can. Just try and get this ball out of this scrum.
Crouch! Bind! 3 blue, in early.
Well, this
Hold the
time it's
space.
Marcus
3 blue,
Gallerini
in early.
who fails to hold the space.
Mark's here.
No interest from Wales,
Three
looking
blue
for
in
another
early.
scrum here. Harry Ford, ball straight in his hand. Just belt this as long as you can on off the field, just into this Italian half.
Perhaps not as many metres as he'd like, but it relieves the pressure for Wales temporarily. Spending a lot of time looking right in these opening 11 minutes, though. Game yet to really spark to life, but Italy winning the territorial battle largely down to the ill discipline of Wales. Away come Italy. Going to get the backs hands on the ball, which they do to create that space. Lovely ball to Scalabrini. He scoops it away to Electri. Electri into the 22.
Good counteract, Max Page. Just trying to slow that ball down.
Siciliano thought about the backdoor offload, but then made the decision to hold on. Big shot on Bellucci. He's run straight into Josh Morse. A come off second
He's
best.
been trapped by a blue player.
Siciliano wants another go.
Just see Bozo add into that first contact as well. When so many forwards off their feet, the backs are stepping up.
But Italy grinding Wales down. About 12 metres to go. Gallerini into Morgan Morse. Good initial contact for Gallerini. Laws of physics mean that he goes forward.
Penalty advantage.
Another advantage coming now. A good opportunity turns into a great opportunity.
9, you have advantage.
Casilio up the short side. Little dab into space. Slightly overcooked. But it is a free pass, another free pass, a 6th penalty conceded by Wales, and here comes the chat.
Okay. I'll just explain. So that one was 2 red. We've now had too many of the penalties, okay? Next one we'll go to the bin, okay? Yep, of course.
Don't usually hear those kinds of chats after 13 minutes.
You don't indeed, but give Italy credit. Lovely attacking line out, brilliant launch play. They've exposed Hugh Anderson on that right wing for Wales.
What are we doing?
They've got the numbers out there, but Italy just having a little bit of a conflab around what they were going to do, and quite rightly too. They've gone to the scrum. But they've got to be careful, Wales, around this discipline, particularly within 10-15 metres of their own try line.
Okay. Space, okay? Both of you, space.
You mentioned Hugh Anderson there. He started every game before today at fullback. Moves on to the right wing to make space for Matty Young. It's the first time we've seen Scalabrini marauding. There'll be plenty of that tonight.
Yeah, Keane has just dropped over this near side. He's right in front of Casillo
Bind!
as he's putting this ball in the scrum.
Set!
Well, Jacopo Bottori will be licking his lips here. The number 8, the captain. Penalty advantage. Well, the referee said the next penalty is going to the bin.
Yeah, the only thing I can think of there is that is in set play. It's in a set piece, but the next one, regardless for me, it will be bin now. Set piece. This is what Italy are going for. As you said, Dave, 14, 15 minutes into this game. That is not what you want to hear or see.
Well, Josh Morse and Cian Hyatt need to scrum for their lives here, because if either of them concede the penalty, then they are off to the bin.
Time off, please. Okay, yep.
Similar thing happened last season where Gallerini really turned the screw on Dylan Kelleher-Griffiths, who's been an excellent scrummager in the Indigo Premiership this year. That shows the level of this young Italian tight head. Kelleher-Griffiths was sent to the bin. Just looking at the possession, and the territory is going to be very similar. Wales have not had a sniff, and Italy deserve a lot of credit for that. They've put a lot of pressure on, but Wales have been masters of their own downfall too. Yeah,
if you look at possession and territory stats, a lot of that is driven from their discipline. And Wales, I think they're up to 7 penalties now, and you're never going to get any territory with meaningful possession if your discipline is so poor. And at the minute, Wales aren't helping themselves.
Much better, much better.
Levin Woods ready to take his place in that front row. Bit of a baptism of fire. Plays most of his rugby just up the road at King Coyd campus, Cardiff Met University. And they compete in Buck Super Rugby and the WRU Championship. They're going very well in both. They've got a quarter-final coming up against Hartbury, and that's Harry Beddle's team. Just over the bridge.
Scalabrine and Pucciarello. Keep your eyes on them. How's 9 defending for Wales? How's Rodri Lewis defending? Is he getting high, trying to take that side away?
Oh, they missed the tackle on Casilio. He sends Bozzo forward, 2 metres short. Alarm bells ringing for the Welsh defence, and Italy's big men can start to go to work. That's Mirenzi. He's upright. Morse has stopped him for now.
Drop your height,
one
Wales.
More phase. Gallerini.
Yeah,
the referee's going to have a look, but Gallerini looks to have scored his first try of the Six Nations this season, and he has 10 tries for Italy's under-20s for their tight head prop, and they lead by 8 points to 0.
Keep your height on how high Wales are defending around that contact area, so close to the try line. You can't do it when you've got such powerful, big, physical ball carries as that man on your screen, Gallerini. We're just too high. You need your hands on the floor, back, and try and get under him. And if anything, it tries to take higher. Is it Max Page also there trying to get under him? But you just need to drop your height, and it's all a combination of your discipline. You've worked yourself down the field, and Italy, in the opening 16 minutes of the game, are quite right for their 8-point lead so far.
The conversion, very kickable for Pucciarello. However, the flags stay down. Italy 8, Wales 0. Marcus Gallerini, 10 tries in 15 games for the under-20s. For a tight head prop, that's an astonishing record.
Yeah, it is. You can see him stepping up to Treviso quite easy. Reminds you a little bit of Carre, how they use him as well, Rhys Carre at Cardiff Rugby. Carre's try-scoring rate is quite high. I think he's up to 6-7 so far this year. And Gallerini, he stays on his feet well, rides that initial collision. And the game is about power and pace now, and that's what he's got in abundance.
Scalabrine takes that, skips through the first tackle. Nick Thomas just about holds on to the bootstraps. And now Italy need to exit. Every time they've been here so far, it's been a Wales infringement that's made that exit easy. But this time, Lorenzo Casilio.
Let's use it, please.
Another man on the books at Benetton. Exciting young player, second year under-20s for him, second time he's played against Wales. Now Matty Young puts on the afterburners. Oh, he ends up running flat out into Siciliano. Signs of life for him. Little tip out the back and a dart by Harry Ford, and then a second touch by Nick Thomas. Support line from the big lock. And playing the 9 means Wales have an advantage. Straight to the boot for Rodri Lewis. It's a bit scrappy, and Elijah Evans can't dive on it. So now Wales, after 18 minutes, finally have a penalty with some territory.
Yeah, look where it comes from, though. It comes from a kick that ends up a little bit too long from Italy. Matty Young with a bit of time on the ball, beats 3-4 defenders, back on your inside. And then you can play to your detachments out the back, try and pick on your bigger, slower forwards with your mismatches. It's exactly what Wales did. And they just need tempo and innovation in this game, Wales, today. Stay away from their tight 5 and that pack from Italy.
course.
Gritty, I think, just in at the side.
Gritty, signed with Clermont over another one with a potentially big future. Now Wales into the 22 they go. Scored a few more tries in this tournament. Rodri Lewis wants to get his hands on it.
Yeah, timing to pull out is key. He doesn't want to drag this too long. He's got the advantage of play.
Max Page is waiting. And now Max Page gets it. Out the back we go. Oh, it's a big leg shot and potentially a deliberate knock-on. Harry Ford absolutely tasted one there.
Yeah, wouldn't surprise me for TMO Andrew McMenery. He's just having a second look at that.
Two, entry, and he can't play the legs.
Wales have tried to play the legs. The extra 2 numbers with that.
Let's take a look if we
Can't
can
trick the
spot
player with
anything
your
here.
leg.
Yeah, I don't know if he's passed it into him, but good from Wales. Probably surprised Italy with their driving line out. Look where we are.
Evan Wood, good line-out ball. Now they can go to work again.
We're off the mark.
Keep your eye on that man wearing number 2. Wales close. In fact, it was Josh Morse who had his hands on the ball, and that's been turned over brilliantly by Luca Bellucci. How has he got his hands on that? Second turnover of the game for the Italian Open side, and that is remarkable play. And now Italy are going for it with Scalabrine.
He's got to give that ball.
I mean, it's sharp and it's quick for Italy, but they did have a number there on Aidan Boschop. And they've got a taste for it tonight, Italy.
Ball's lost.
Ooh, very
knock-on
close.
advantage.
Knock-on advantage. That was very nearly stolen in by Elijah Evans for what would have been a dream debut. Good line speed from Wales, but Gallerini wins the collision as he so often does.
Yeah, scrappy passage of play. Be interesting to see now what Italy do with it. They put the ball off the field.
It's a knock-on advantage.
Or do they look to keep it on? He's called. He wants the knock-on advantage. He knows
backwards,
the upper hand they've got in set piece and at scrum time.
I've watched a lot of rugby in my lifetime, and I've never seen that.
I was on the other side. I couldn't see. Okay.
Yeah, it's a little bit unusual, but I think when you've got such a strength in front of you, as your scrum half, as your 8, and the dominance at set piece, why not go to it? It's an excellent turnover from Bellucci, though. He's just in over the ball. You can see the absolute disgust on Johnny Greaves' face as he gets back up. He's looking towards Ruben Keane for the penalty. It wasn't given. But difficult spot to defend this for Wales. If you're on that 13 channel, Elijah Evans, Matt Page, you have to manage your backfield. So Hugh Anderson, the right wing, is off. Matty Young is deep on this near touchline.
Bind!
So there's +2 numbers at your top of your screen there, just towards the taff end.
So that's the table as it stands.
Advantage.
Half-time, Ireland only 7-0 up against
advantage.
Scotland. They need a bonus point victory to really put the pressure on England, who need to go to France. A bonus point victory guarantees the title for them. But if they don't pick up the bonus point, then we need to get the abacus out.
I feel bad for the guy who calls out.
Front row not staying square.
I think it's the second penalty since the referee, Ruben Keane's
Front row not staying square.
final warning. But front row not staying square are his words.
Time off, please.
Well, Cian Hyer is down getting some medical attention, and he's probably needs it as well, because the Welsh front row getting beaten up a little bit by the Italians. He's going head-to-head with Federico Pisani, who's not the first tight head who's switched to loose in this tournament to get the best players on the pitch. We've seen it with Ashra Poku-Fujor as well, the young English prop who's going really well for Sale Sharks as a tight head, and when he went onto the loose head side, him and Marcus Gallerini had a real ding-dong earlier in the tournament.
And I'm not one for scrums, Dave, but I'd pay to watch that. But where the Italian coaches, Massimo Brunello, will be looking to get a message on. They don't need to chase this game, Italy. Quite clearly, everyone can see where their dominance is at the minute. But getting a little bit loose, a little bit unstructured, they don't need to. Well, we into the 22nd minute of the game, 8-0, but for all the territory and possession that they had, for all the indiscipline of this Welsh team, to still only be 8-0 ahead on the clock, if that gets to 30, 35 and half-time, then I'm sure the coaching team for Italy will start asking questions.
Well, the Wales bench down there in those orange bibs. Oh, look at that for a statistic. We're 22 minutes into a game. Wales have made 48 tackles to Italy's 7.
Ball's in touch already.
7 tackles in 23 minutes of rugby. Morgan Morse and Harry Beddle have made more than that on their own. Valerio Siciliano, the Breve hooker. And this is Bellucci on the ball now. We've seen him over the ball. Good carry from him. Casilio. Oh, great work by Beddle. Heavy contact, but they are energy-sapping contacts. And Wales are going to find that.
Yeah.
Lucas De La Rua.
It's better line speed from Wales as well. Just shutting those doors, trying to trap down that outside channel.
He's not on the
forcing
ball.
Italy to play in between the 15s.
Bozzo. Rodri Lewis with the tackle on him. Brave defending from the scrum half. Lovely pick up by Bucciarello. He goes cross-field. Oh, good challenge for the ball.
Yeah, he's hurt there, Anderson, as well. I think he's taken a knee straight to the sternum.
Well, Lorenzo Alletri has looked at the referee as if he expected a penalty for that, but it looked like a good contest.
Yeah, it did look like a fair contest in the end. But better defensive set from Wales. Scott Snedden, who's doing the defence at the moment. He'll be pleased with that.
Yeah, okay,
the line speed they're winning. Winning some collisions, Beddle. I think it's Max Page as well on the second. Stops Italy getting in any form of structure and shape.
Okay. Yeah, that last one you might be right. But the clear picture at the moment was... Yeah.
Just listening into that conversation between Ruben Keane and the Wales captain. I think it's important for Wales to stay on the right side of the referee because they have had a few final warnings but still find themselves with 15 on the pitch. But 8 points behind. And just picking back up on that point that you made with regards to Italy, because I don't think anybody who's watched this game, or I'm sure all the players who are playing in this game, could disagree with you that Italy have been the better team. They played in the right areas, they've looked a little bit sharper, and they've applied the pressure. Look, 50 tackles to 8 as it is now. But 8-0 they could really do with another score as we've taken... Oh, yeah, it is. Right in the sternum. That'll knock the wind out of you.
Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with that. Good competition in the air. Both trying to protect themselves with their knee. Hands are high. Technically good for both individuals. One just off the floor a little bit earlier than the other, and it allows him to get higher. But again, last thing Wales wanted was another scrum.
So what's your message to Italy, just picking up on that point now? How do they just show a little bit more composure?
Yeah, that's a big message. I think get your first 3 phases right, off set piece, off scrum, off line out, and stress this Welsh side. We talked around the threats that they've got in the back 3 as well, so do all the hard work on the inside, get that speed of ball, and when time is there to strike, they've got to go for it.
Let's come up, please.
Italy, because if this gets into half-time at 8-0, Richard Whiffin and the rest of his coaching side will be happy with that. They haven't had the ball, they haven't had possession territory, penalty counts against them. But this is the key next 15 minutes.
Well, we praise his work in defence. Morgan Morse has made plenty of tackles, but we've not seen him ball in hand yet. And if Wales are able to create some fast ball, he can really do damage with it. But it's all Italy at the moment.
Advantage.
Another penalty advantage from the scrum.
No interest of going to his pocket at the minute.
One red, not staying square.
He's enjoying it, Gallerini. See the smile on his face, thumbs up earlier.
Captain.
Absolutely screaming the anthem out.
He is a very likeable young player. Very often these precocious young talents tread that line very well, don't they? The passion can sometimes boil over, but he's a big character, he's a big player, and he's gone Straight through a very good loose head in Josh Mawson, that scrum. And Italy into the 22 again. 25 minutes gone. They opt for the maul.
Good from Lucas De La Rey. Just stay in there. If he can stay in there and just try and push this Italian side towards the touchline. That's exactly what he's doing. Good work, Lucas De La Rey.
So out come the Italians. Switch ball back inside's a good one. Down Harry Ford's channel. Oh, and it's Harry Bedell with a turnover. It's not just Luca Bellucci who's doing it in the 7 shirt tonight.
Watch the play that Italy do. They've effectively used a double cut to bring their winger back on the inside, but by doing that you lose a cleaner. So watch your 12 there. He's in front of the ball, so you lose a clean. You've only got one. It's 1-on-1, and if Bedell's won that collision and won that race, it's a very difficult place to remove from. Good work, Harry Bedell. He's played a lot of his rugby with Hartbury seconds, third so far this season.
Absolutely astonishing. I mean, it shows the level of Buck Super Rugby, but I'm sure his head coach, Dan Murphy, former Gloucester prop, of course, will be watching tonight and thinking, I'll pick him up for the playoffs.
Advantage.
Because especially as the tracks dry up and they're a little bit faster, then he's shown he can really cut it at this level. He's been excellent for Wales, who are playing on a penalty advantage.
Yeah, penalty was against.
Changing bind and collapsing.
Cicilino for changing his bind and collapsing.
Changing bind and then collapsing.
So what one thing Wales have done well in the last couple of games, we saw it last week as well, was their decision to go for that driving line out. And when they've done it, technically they've been good. They've had effectively a running start going into it. That's one positive for Wales. Sam Hobbs, who looks after the set piece. Give himself a tap on the back for that.
But if you don't want to know the latest scores from around the grounds, either hit mute or put your fingers in your ears now. Second half has just kicked off at Thomond Park. It's Ireland 7, Scotland 0. They're a couple of minutes in at Pau, and England have taken a 5-0 lead over France. It's another penalty advantage for Wales. So Rodri Lewis can try and get something going with Max Page, who steps back in. Oh, Bellucci called away. He was looking for another one. Wales is a little bit flat, but playing with a penalty advantage. That counter-up from Gallerini.
No.
Strong boy.
Oh, sorry.
Referee's lost his pee.
Thank you.
Good again from Wales.
Number 5, late sack.
Exactly what we
Late
just
sack,
talked around.
Number 5.
Is that driving line out and that running start going into it. Italy went for the early sack, which ironically they got late, and forced them into another penalty, but good kick from Harry Ford's got him into the corner.
Okay.
Just see that Welsh pack running into that driving line out.
Keep them all up.
Seen it a lot from the sides of Harlequins. Glasgow use it. Exeter.
Johnny Green is the target. And Wales have closed the gap.
Clearly. Yeah, 6 reds clearly in front.
Watch Lucas De La Rey. He gives that double skin in the back of that line out.
6 reds clearly in front. 6 red, obstruction.
In your shot, Lucas De La Rey. It's one thing the referees have been asked to keep an eye on. But watch where he enters.
Time
Lucas
off,
De La Rey,
please.
he's the lifter. And then he becomes the first skin of this line-up. Just stops any first collision. So no one can get to Green. They've got effectively 3 laser players then, Wales.
Okay.
But it's something that the referees have been asked to keep an eye on. Ruben Keane all over it. It's disappointing for Wales. They had 3 good previous lineups.
Let me deal with it, okay?
Prior to that.
Back here. Okay. Here. Back. 6 red, obstruction.
So the penalty against Lucas De La Rey.
Come back, please.
And once again, Italy get the easy exit. Do you know, that's a good few entries into the 22 for both teams now, where they've come up empty-handed.
Red on the line.
Yeah, one thing Wales have to be careful of,
yeah.
Dave, you touched on it earlier, 60 tackles
5.
that Wales have made, just 7 from Italy, and where that will come back to burn you is that 55, 60-minute mark. To put it into context, is around 120, 130 tackles you should be making a game.
Inside the 5.
But Italy just on the 7 at the minute.
Ball. available.
29
Use
minutes
it.
gone. Italy back up to halfway with Samuele Mirenzi.
Okay, ball's available. Use it, 9.
Casilio
Hold.
sets up for the box kick. 3 chasers ready. Plenty of height on that as well. Oh, it's been knocked on off the blue hand, and then Matty Young can't keep
First
hold of
knock
it.
on by blue.
And
then by
brilliant
red.
news for Italy, less so
Scrum.
for Wales. Another scrum.
Casilio, it's a good kick from Casilio. You want to make that around 20-25 metre box kick with about a 4.5 second hang time. But watch the little trigger he does before he kicks.
Let's go,
He
Red.
knocks Johnny Green
Okay.
off
Okay,
as he
stay
was going
square.
for the
Okay,
charge
pressure
down,
is
gives
on,
him
alright?
himself extra time.
Yes, it is.
Good skill technically from the Italian 9. But well scrum.
Crouch!
Half an hour gone.
Bind!
Wales ball in an area of the game
Set!
where Italy have been really dominant. On comes the squeeze, Morgan Morse. Very quick off the base, and that's a good carry down Nicola Bozzo's channel. There's the clear out.
Oh.
Rodri Lewis straight on the
50.
toe.
It was just a bit slower than he wanted. He was shaping for it probably 2 seconds prior.
Oh, blue, white!
Was Lewis,
5.
and it just allowed that Italy back 3 to get back into position.
Oh, Harry Ford has tried to step in front of that, and the groans from the Arms Park faithful tell you exactly what's happened.
All I like about that, watch Matty Young come into him. I think it was Morgan Morse as well, saying, don't worry about it. It was an error, these things happen, let's go again. But it was good from Morse off the base. We just haven't seen him with ball in hand today because
Time off,
Wales
please.
haven't had the ball. But good feet from Rodri Lewis, straight into Morse's feet. Morse is in and away, it's just what they need.
Well, the scrum's in almost exactly the same position, only this time it's blue ball.
Kieran Haya just taking a little breather before he sets for another scrum. Quite rightly too. Give yourself every opportunity to keep this up.
Well, it was 6-0 at one point in terms of
Let's get
penalties.
ready.
It's 10-5
Come in, let's get
now,
ready.
which probably gives us a bit more of an idea of how this first half has developed.
Yeah, and 10 penalties without seeing a card within 30 minutes of a game is big. So let's see later on in the game, does he try and even that up? 10 penalties after 3.
Time
Again,
on,
into
please.
contact, you're looking around 12 a game.
Crouch! Bind! Set!
Keep your eyes on Bozo. Italian 12, Pepignon player. Going up forward.
Advantage!
Oh, they've won the advantage, and now they can take the handbrake off. Boturi at the short side. Really good tackle on him, forces him backwards, but he does well to stay in field. That's the double blast on the whistle. That's really good news.
Captain. 1. Okay. The next scrum penalty against you, you will sit down for 10 minutes, okay? Stay square, please.
You've got to feel for him. Look at his
1,
face.
not pushing square.
He's effectively saying, look, I don't know what else to do. And you've got to feel for him. Kieran Haya, he's trying. He's a very good prop. He's played so well. Josh Moore, sorry, he's a very good prop.
1, not staying square.
Played a lot of rugby so far this year, but ultimately they just up a bit against bigger, stronger men at the minute.
On the line, please, okay?
But we've just
Take
had,
the line.
I think it's the 3rd final warning from the referee, Ruben Kane. Big moment for Italy.
Siciliano. His darts have been largely excellent, and this looks a bit better
Fine.
for Italy. Has been sacked, though, so they're going to have to do it the hard way.
Let it come, Red!
Johnny Green was signalled for a knock-on. Let's have a look, though.
Gallerini tries to go again. Delarue, a great strength to
hands
stop him for this
behind.
phase.
Height, Wales, height.
But Italy within short range again,
Short!
and still short.
Hands away!
Bellucci
Hands away,
wants to
Red.
go. And Pisani's there too. Gallerini
again.
sets himself up once more. It's a melee of bodies.
Hold here. Stay now.
Slow ball. There is Bozzo. Bozzo low. Delarue tackles and tackles well.
Advantage. 10 red offside.
But another penalty coming for Italy. It's either going to be a try or a yellow card. Over the top goes Piero Gritti for his fourth try in the tournament.
Yeah, let me deal with it.
He wants to check something. The
Time
referee,
off.
Ruben Keane.
Okay. Okay. So if there is no try, we'll go back for 10 offside, okay? Mendes, coming to you. TMO, I've got an on-field try. I just want to confirm that the player hasn't jumped over the breakdown to score.
Okay, Ruben, so on field is try, and we're looking at the player potentially jumping over the breakdown to score that.
Piero Gritti
Okay, stand by.
thinks he's scored, and there's any question over the grounding. Try the Ireland, 2 versus Scotland.
So, and if
lock today.
If there's no try, we'll go back for a penalty against 10 red for being offside.
And if that's 10
Yeah, no
red,
bother.
might
That's
he
the
be
angles running
spending
there.
10 yellow.
Okay, at the moment there's clearly a ruck for me. The player then can't propel himself over that ruck to score. Are you seeing the same thing?
Yes, I am. He clearly jumps over the ruck to score.
Okay. So it will be no try because the player has jumped over the ruck, okay? So we'll go back for the penalty against 10 red.
Score
No
remains. Italy 8, Wales 0. That one's chalked off.
It's going to be a penalty against 10 red. Offside. Yeah. Your hands were in front.
Penalty for offside against Harry Ford. Straight away.
You cannot jump over the breakdown to score,
That
okay?
Italian front row, all
Scrum.
clasping their hands together, saying, let's have this scrum. And they are licking their lips.
Penny for the thoughts of Josh Morse.
Okay. So remember what we spoke about? You need to stay square, okay? It's on him. Yeah, of course. Stay square.
They need to try and steal one here, Wales. Straight away walk backwards, just try and do something.
Just got to think, on the loose head side as well, you're a bit more exposed, aren't you? So that gap in between the hooker and the loose head, Marcus Gallerini has got all that purchase to drive straight through.
Fine!
He is taking full advantage. Massive moment,
Set!
34 minutes gone. Final warning for Josh Morse, and in it comes from Casilio.
Red. Okay, advantage.
Little dart there from Casilio, he's held up, it's another penalty advantage.
Okay.
The long arm of the law is out.
Use it.
And there is Gritti, the man who had his try chalked off moments ago.
9, you have penalty advantage.
Gallerini finds Bellucci.
Await.
Another positive carry from him. Good defending from Wales, and Johnny Green throwing his ample frame around.
Turnover's good. Tight head. Tight head lost his bind.
How many penalties is he going to
Tight
give?
head lost his bind.
Well, this time it's Cian Hyer who's lost his bind, so
Yes,
it's a
it was on the loose head side.
temporary
The warning was on the loose
remorse
head.
for Morse.
Okay. Scrum.
Straight away you can pick Gallerini up
Scrum
on the
call.
ref mic.
This
Scrum,
side
please,
was
sir.
good. It was the tight head that dropped his bind, okay? You've dropped your bind, okay? Yes? So you were good? Okay, stay good, all right? Let's set up, please. Yeah.
So you've just been investigating scrum penalties, Richie. Where are we with that?
Yeah.
5 scrum penalties against Wales, 11 in total.
Well, they just corrected it to 6, including that last one. Wow.
Yeah, you don't see that very often. Same front row on the field. Again, just try and steal a cheap penalty off. Can you
Crouch!
lull it in? Oh, go in early.
Bind! Set!
4 minutes till half-time. Italy moving forward. Buzzuri controlling it with the left boot. There's the advantage. And the referee has no option other than to go under the sticks. It's a penalty try, and that is a reward for numbers 1 to 8. And it goes from bad to worse because Josh Morse is sent to the bin.
Yeah, it was coming though for Italy, for Wales. 7 penalties at scrum time. And you feel for that man, Josh Morse. He's trying, he's a good player. But at the minute, Wales, particularly that tight 5, they just cannot handle the brute size of power.
Time off, please.
It's the second time in 2 seasons that Marcus Gallerini has had the Welsh loosehead sent to the bin for scrum dominance.
Gallerini last back as well for Italy, hands on hips.
They still need to get time to set up.
That amount of scrums is obviously taking its
ideal,
toll.
okay? I'm trying to put pressure on. Just take his arm up. It is. If it's an injury, I've got to believe the medic, okay? Yeah.
So an update from Cork.
Okay, when you're
Games
ready,
in Cork, Richie. I was at the wrong ground. Ireland under-20s 10, Scotland under-20s 0. At the moment,
on, please.
Not enough. They need more tries. And France have snuck ahead against England.
Backwards by red.
That's 7-5. That is potentially a phenomenal game. And Wales have managed to turn the ball over. Wales 0, Italy 15. A few minutes to go until half-time. And
back 10.
Important to get something. Gallerini has stayed down, clutching his left calf that's quite heavily strapped already.
Time off.
Just seeming left of your shot there, just having a bit of spray put on.
Okay, I've got to believe the medic is an injury. There's a lot of players talking to me. It needs to come to you, okay? Not me. Okay, we're good to go.
Harry Ford Street, shaping straight to the corner. Big 3 minutes for Wales. If they can get over this try line just before half-time, it's Morgan Morse again. Just in over that ball, sloppy at the contact from Italy, good from Morse. And look what it's created, first real opportunity now in the last 15, 16 minutes.
Well, they've said no to the points a few times, Wales.
Bit of indecision from Wales. Morse was in the back line. He's just coming in late to the back of that line out.
And Evan Wood gets the first job done. Johnny Green gathers it.
We're off the mark.
And Wales can start to move forward. Evan Wood.
That's them. Okay.
Rodri Lewis.
Oh, it's taking too long.
Well, they're offside, Italy. Quite
Okay, boys,
cynically
just
as
slow
well.
down.
Scalabrine,
Jeremy,
one of them.
who collapsed it?
They really lined up Rodri
Okay.
Lewis there.
Okay.
Yeah, they did. They know their advantage is just a bit of scuffle off the ball.
Hey, Red, leave it.
It's getting a little bit tasty between Evan Wood and Lorenzo Casilio.
Hey,
Very sensible from Evan Wood. Go for the smallest guy in the field. Casillo.
boys, get up.
Scum for Italy. It's still going on. Just off
Those two
camera.
broke away, yeah, and there's still a red and blue.
Right. Take your boys. Take your boys that way, please.
A little bit of flapping.
Time's off, okay? Time's off.
Well, you can tell it's
I'll
serious
speak
because
to
Morgan
Jeremy,
Morse
okay.
has lost his ear
Back
bandages.
10, please. So we've got the first infringement by blue for 6 collapsing.
Yes.
I didn't see how that started. Was that started by 6, then on the
Yeah,
ground?
because he jumped on the ball after the
Okay.
ball, and then the 2 players on the one red and one blue
Yeah.
just attached
I
themselves.
haven't seen anything
Yeah,
clear.
It's not
Okay.
nothing clear, but just get them.
Of course.
running and stay.
Yeah, agreed. I haven't seen anything else clear, Sub. Is that right? Just push and shove. Okay. Captain, and Harry, please. Until this point, the game has been played in good spirit, okay? That is unnecessary. Tell your teams now, it ends there. Understood? Go back to your teams now, you'll have time.
How many more pens have been up?
I'm going to put the pressure on them, okay?
Well, that is,
Marcus,
I believe they
Jeremy?
call that brass neck from Harry Beddle, asking the referee how many penalties Italy have
Okay,
conceded.
just marks over
when
here,
his
'cause
team
you
are
were still on
currently
the
on
ball, okay?
14 in the
Oh,
first
sorry,
half.
the mark is over there.
Well, one
My
thing
bad.
I will say, it's a consequence of the referee Ruben Keane
Just over
maybe
here,
not
Tim.
being quite as harsh as he can be. Nearly
6
20
collapse.
penalties, not even at the end of the first half. At 38 minutes into this game.
Keep them all up.
19 penalties already in total. People start getting frustrated, but Wales are away.
Big couple of minutes
We're off the mark.
in the grand scheme of this game. Evan Wood charged up by that fracas, and at the back here and doing the business. Evan Wood, oh, just
Number
short.
3.
Another penalty advantage for Wales. Scalabrine comes away with it.
That's got to be a yellow card for Gallerini. He's come in at the side of that, brought it to floor.
Yeah, agreed. Captain. Next more collapse will go to the bin, okay? Okay. Tell them.
It's quite clearly going over the try line for Wales. Gallerini's got away with one there.
Yeah, you can.
Well, we have had one penalty try in this game, but the referee did give Wales every opportunity to correct it. He's giving Italy every opportunity to correct it here.
He just ends up dragging him to floor. Gallerini, it's 2 men actually. coming at the side, and he's brought the force quite clearly going over that try line. But Wales going to the corner again. Probably be the last play before half-time.
Okay, Blue, keep it up.
Don't forget, they've lost
Keep it up.
a prop of Wales.
Yeah, Josh Morse in the bin. Wales down to 14. That was on 36 minutes. We're now coming up to 39.
Okay, red, that's once.
And that's well defended by Italy for now anyway. So Rodri Lewis, somebody's lost a boot. Two people have lost boots. And Wales have added the weight. I think Italy might have tried to kill this ball. Siciliano making a nuisance of himself. And unless Wales can produce this ball, then it'll be Italy putting. Brilliantly defended this time.
Yeah, it just all happened too slow for Wales. Max Page, Elijah Evans tried to join it, but they were probably 3, 4, 5 seconds too late. They needed that extra weight a little bit earlier. As Kieran Haya just gets off the floor. You see Borshoff looking to join it. Lewis is already in net.
Okay.
But they just need them in a split second earlier.
Time off, please. 30 seconds, correct.
And another fruitless visit to the 22 for Wales. So Wales warming up some replacements here. And for all of Italy's dominance, for all of the ball they've had, for all of the time they've spent in the 22, there's only been one clean break in the match so far.
Yeah, it was off that lineup we talked around earlier, on the halfway line. Lovely width to edge, exposing Huanson with a double block play effectively, as we just see. That man, Jordan Morris, he did well last week when he came on the field. Did the Cardiff Met man. Big, powerful. The Dragons.
Okay, Mark's here.
Well, he's played plenty of rugby with Evan Wood in a front row this season as a loose head hooker combination.
You men just need to stay square, okay? Wow.
And he's facing that man. We've mentioned him enough already this game, but he has been excellent at under 20 level for the last two seasons.
More score updates as we count down to half-time here. It's Hugh Anderson who's come off. So Wales short on numbers in the backs to make sure they can compete at this scrum. But Ireland 15-0 up now. And France still 7-5 up over England. Another big scrum, another scrum advantage. The 8th scrum penalty of the half. And the kick into space.
Blue was in front. Winger was in front, clearly.
Referee Ruben Keane saying winger was in front. The option was there, don't forget.
The
Wales have lost the back.
of the kicker. Loose head not staying square.
Space was there, penalty against
it is
Jordan Morris as soon as he's on the field.
Well, we're now into the red, so it's up to Italy.
In front. Yes, you just need to tap and kick.
And in fact, they decided that they're happy enough with that first half. Well, a limping Marcus Gallerini is going to take a well-earned breather. He scrummaged beautifully, and he's got his first try of this year's Six Nations competition. Italy have been dominant, but they're not out of sight by any means. Wales down to 14 at the end of the first and the start of the second. And here at the Arms Park, it is Wales 0, Italy 15. Harry Beddle, the captain, along with the coaches and the leadership group, have had 10 minutes to rev this Wales team into life. They'll have been disappointed not to have got something from those 3 penalties in the 22 at the end of the half. But Italy, good for their lead. Wales still down to 14, thanks to that man, Marcus Gallerini. He's made his way out for the second half, but a good few thousand euros worth of taping have been put on that left leg. And Pucciarello sends it to the Cardiff sky for the final half of this under-26 nations for both of these teams. Wales attacking the try line to the right.
Tackle now, release!
They're looking for their first points.
Okay, ball's available, use it, 9.
So Rodri Lewis on his first start. 40 minutes into it, so the most time he spent on the pitch in the Wales under-20s jersey.
Got width here if they can move it. Have Italy.
Not going to move it because the big number 8 Buttori with eyes for only one thing, the contact zone. 6 minutes left on the Wales yellow card. It's Jordan Morris on in the place of Josh Morse. We're in number 17. And he is making the tackle.
Sees Casillo trying to make this exit a little bit easier for himself. He's got the ball to that 15-metre line. Makes the kick easier for a right footer.
Use it, 9.
He's a diminutive young man, the Italian scrum half, isn't he? But he's sharp, and he's kept that one on the field. Matty Young underneath it. Great take by Young at pace. But then knocks it on once he gets as far as Gritti. It's stuck first time. Now Italy can play with the advantage. Wales trying that rush defence, so Bozzo cleans up.
Numbers on their short side on the left.
And they opt for the boot. It's a good take over there on the left-hand side, and Leletri offloads infield. Mirenzi is the one there. Quick ball for Italy, something that we've only seen once or twice, and when we have, it's dangerous. Good tackle by Jordan Morris. Just as he's trying to thread the needle, Casillo knocks it on.
It wasn't the first one, it's the second one, okay? Knock on. Correct.
See, just Casillo arguing that it was a
knock
back from Wales rather than that gone forward from Italy.
Let's go.
He said it's the second knock on. He might have a case. Oh, there it is. Just off.
Square, okay? Both sides through
Scrum
the mark.
half. Lorenzo.
Okay, let's come in.
Casillo.
Steve chain square both sides. I've told them the same thing, okay?
There is Josh Morse. About 3 minutes left in the sin bin, and there's the man who replaced him. Well, last time Wales had the put in, it was in, it was out, and that man was away.
Just 6 backs for Wales, though. Put the extra player into that scrum to try and negate the power of this Italian pack.
They've won the free kick, so Rodri Lewis wants to go. Ruben Keane doesn't want to let him.
Yeah. Full arm. Second one. Thanks, Saba. Closing the gap.
Penalty goes against Gallerini. He's not comfortable. That grimace on his face.
Yes.
He's not moving well at all.
Joke about the thousands of euros worth of strapping. I think that must be the biggest bill for most rugby teams at the end of the year. They go through meters of the stuff.
I think Gallerini's just made the call himself as well. He's just pointed to the touchline and said it's no good.
Thank you.
So don't be surprised if you see that substitution soon enough.
So Harry Thomas is on for Wales. He's overthrown his first dart. Oh, that's been knocked on. A little bit sloppy from Italy.
So knock on the floor by blue.
And that is the first lost line out.
Knock on.
So Harry Thomas on, wins his 5th cap. He started all of the games, and I think it was a good opportunity for Wales to look at Evan Wood as they start to think about their squad for the Summer World Cup. Harry Thomas, if he's fit, has probably got his name on the plane. He has been excellent, particularly around the breakdown. He's been a nuisance.
Defensive contact area. He's been excellent as Harry Thomas. Made an appearance for the Scarlets this season as well.
Crouch!
Very good, low, hard to remove. It's interesting how Wales will manage the rest of this sin bin. There's probably about 4 minutes left to go till they're back up to 15.
Advantage.
Oh, this time it's Wales' advantage, so Morse up the short side. Lovely balance. Chases his own kick, but touchline's beaten. Gallerini stayed down. The penalty was against him.
Tight head in and down.
A decision needs to be made here on the young man, because he'll want to stay out there, as so many young players do, but need to start to think about his health and safety.
Yeah, that substitution is being made just in front of us in the dugout.
Brilliant kick. Superb from Harry Ford. Takes Wales to within 5 metres, and the change is made. Marcus Gallerini, 1 try, 1 yellow card. Infinite scrum penalties, but his race is run, and Davide Ascari comes on. 5th cap for him, the Colorno tight head. Was given the start against Scotland.
We've set it well of Wales. Thomas just sitting on the ball at the back of that.
De La Rua in there, guiding it round. Harry Thomas. Italy trying to spoil and spoiling illegally, so penalty advantage for Wales. Rodri Lewis finds Nick Thomas.
New advantage.
Oh, another advantage. Feels like Wales need to get something here, get something on the board, get themselves back into the game. Lewis, big pass, finds Harry Ford, ball over the top, intercepted. It wasn't on, but the penalty was to come.
Yeah, Morenzi might be going to the sin bin here.
Okay. Number 4 and captain. Captain, number 4. Okay. We spoke at the end of the first half that the next maul infringement will go. Okay, number 4 was the last one. Collapse.
Well, Josh Morse can high-five somewhere in Morenzi on the way off.
Okay.
He makes his way to the naughty step for 10 minutes, just as Josh Morse comes back on the pitch. 46 minutes gone, the yellow card awarded. Wales 0, Italy 15. And a debut for Cardiff's youngster, Cody Stone. But back to that later, because now the opportunity for Wales. They go for the maul again. Harry Thomas there at the back, making his way towards the line, slowly, steadily, surely. Referee has a look, referee awards the try. Harry Thomas gets his first try for Wales under-20s. They needed it, they're not back in the game yet, but that's a start.
Yeah, that's the start to the second half, exactly what Wales need. You can guarantee your bottom dollar. The conversations at half-time in that change room around Sam Hobbs was, let's look to squeeze him at the driving line out. There's been success there, but Harry Thomas gets on the ball. He's supported by Lucas De La Rua, Max Page. The timing is in, and perfect, just 7 minutes into the second half. Italy down to 14 men, Wales over the try line.
So they're coming towards the end of the game over in Ireland. We'll take another look at that ball grounded. Ruben Keane had to make sure that. So Ireland have secured the bonus point against Scotland. 29-0 there. They've got the 4 tries as this conversion drifts across the face. Still a 2-score game. It would have been a 2-score game anyway. So Ireland have given themselves the best chance. As it stands, they're top of the table. So England, a bonus point win and they'll be champions. A non-bonus point win, then we have to go to the maths. But if France win, Ireland are champions. 3rd time in a row. First time that has been done in the under-20s era. Good take. Johnny Green and Nick Thomas have done well in the second row today. Wales looking to run this ball. Max Page, he's quick, he likes a gap, he nearly finds one. In at 12 today.
They need to keep tempo on this to Wales. Rodri Lewis, your half-backs, Ford Lewis. They need to drive this.
Great collision by the Italian big men though. Going wide early. Cody Stone, first touch for him. He's got a great step, but probably a good few kilos lighter than a lot of men out there, so he's not going to win many collisions.
Good work, Harry Bedell. He's double rucked. He's gone from the wide touchline to that next contact. Morse on his second carry.
Yeah, but Zucconi meets him. Oh, he's a big man. Italy over it.
Turnover's good.
Oh, Bottori's turned it over. The Italian captain goes to work. And now Zanandrea. He likes a gap himself. Good, quick ball. Scalabrine. It's been relatively quiet. It's not been the kind of game that's favoured the outside back so far.
Yeah, agreed. We're stripped forward by Red.
Yeah, scrappy from both teams, but Wales are down to 14 men as well. It was Johnny Green 3 phases ago. He took a whack on the shoulder, on the elbow, and he came running straight towards this touchline underneath us. But Max Page nearly on the outside of his opposite number. Squared him up, went off that left foot. Tried to kick out, but it's a good last-ditch tackle by Bozo, I think it was.
Time off.
Well, here's another look at that. He's got a really sharp turn of pace, hasn't he, Max Page?
Just catch that left angle. Bozo, as we see. Osh and Thomas.
Well, that's the same shoulder that Johnny Green missed last week with. He rushed himself back. He's a tough cookie.
Okay, it'll be scrum blue.
But here comes Ocean Thomas. We talked about the players involved in university. Cardiff Met and Hartbury. He's a first-year student up at Durham. And after this campaign ends, he'll be rejoining them in their quarter-final against Bath University in Bucks Super Rugby. Of course, Louis Hennessy, who we saw earlier in this tournament, he's a student there.
Italy down to just 6 backs here. They put the extra number on the scrub to give them a little bit of weight and stability. But they'll still look to play this, Italy.
Oh, look at this scrummage. They're marching Wales again, waiting for the advantage, and there it comes just as it starts to creak.
Yep.
And Scalabrine desperate to get his hands on the ball, but it's congested. Nowhere to go. 10 minutes of the second half gone. That was Piero Gritti. Thought he'd scored a try in the first half.
Turnover's good. Scrum penalty number 1.
They've very much played one-pass game of Italy so far this evening, 50 minutes into the game. They're just relying on the big, heavier carriers. But there has been opportunity. You make 2-3 passes, play to your attachment out the back. Can you play to width a little bit earlier? And there has been chances that they've missed and they've wasted. As we see just Italy kick to that corner. There's Ocean Thomas just onto the field. Good line-up forward.
Well, when he started in this tournament, he has been the line-out caller. Wales calling on reinforcements. So, Jordan Morris, second time we've seen him. He'll replace Josh Morse. On the loose head side, Cian Hire, replaced by Sam Scott, the 18-year-old from City of Oxford College, Midland Central Academy.
For those two coming off the field there, what an experience this will be. Obviously, they won't be happy with how, particularly around scrum time, has gone, but what a learning experience. When this happens again in 3, 4, 5 months' time, 12 months, 18 months, they'll be a better man and better players for it.
Look at this maul from Italy, making 6, 7, 8 metres easily. Valerio Siciliano now breaks away. Ocean Thomas is there, as is Harry Thomas, who's...
Advantage, 7 too slow.
It's gone against Bedell, affecting the clean. But this is where Italy come into their own, their power game. Bozo, their forwards.
Dart on Casilio, then forward of Gritti. And it looks like the referee has reset the clock on Wales.
7 not rolling.
Half. Harry Bedell, lucky boy.
Yeah, it's a tendency referees have when they give so many penalties against a side first half. They look to try and even it up. It's now 15 against Wales and up to 11 against Italy, and it's a little bugbear of mine. Have to ref the game as you see it, not what's previously gone on.
Oh, it's loose ball, but it's gone backwards and it breaks for Siciliano. He bumps Morgan Morse. And Italy not quite clicking, but still in a great field position. Good carry by Bellucci.
Away now, 6.
And Casilio having a wrestle for this, because Wales making a contest of it. And another good counter-ruck.
Yeah, great work from Lucas De La Rue and Morgan Morse. So that contact, he had a little bit of bite in him after being bumped at the initial contact at Morse. Again, there's a little bit of handbags.
Well, Lucas De La Rue is a player you know well. He's come through the academy at Cardiff. He's played a lot of first-team rugby for you this year. But in this under-20s Wales team, he looks to have a bit of needle about him as well.
Yeah, we saw it at England over in Bath. We saw it off the field there. But it was those two players, Lucas De La Rue and Morgan Morse in that instant. There's a double impact from Morse, and then you can just see the replacement, Jordan Morris, coming in and affecting that. That's one issue that Italy have that I've picked up in this game. They're quite individual in their carries, particularly when they get close line. Emotion takes its toll, and they get a little bit of white line fever.
Look at that, the top 5 tacklers in the game, all into double figures, led by that man, Morgan Morse. We've got a full-time score from Ireland. They've done everything they can. They've won 36-0. So they currently sit top of the table. England on 18 points. A reminder, a bonus point win for them. They will move to 23 points. But they've got it all to do in Pau because they are 21-12 down.
Crouch!
And if they don't get the bonus point, then there's a big swing on the points difference as well.
Set!
Italy just gone with 6 forwards in this pack. No number 8 look. Expect Morse to pick this in and out.
They've got a hand on Morse, and Max Page has to step away.
Good clean by Elijah Evans. First time we've really seen him in the game today.
Away 2! Hold here.
It was Sam Scott.
Okay.
Look at the effort Wales having to go through to try and exit though, because of the issues at scrum time. There's 3 phases and nothing is in control in structure. It's a good kick from Rodri Lewis, the Ospreys man now. He's got that 30 metres under quite a bit of pressure. But again, you talk about pressure, Morse is dealing with the base of that scrum really well at the minute. Between Morse and 12, that's a big relationship around your exits.
What are the numbers? 5?
He's having to do a lot of the cleaning up work, isn't it? You wonder if there's ever a time in his career where he's at the back of a really dominant pack, then he could do some proper damage as Osian Thomas gets a big paw on that, and it's with Wales again.
It's got to go.
And here is Morse. Straightens up, quick ball could do it here for Wales. De La Rua finds himself in midfield, doesn't want to get isolated. And Nick Thomas clears out well. Page, good tackle by Baturi. Stops him in his tracks. Now Jordan Morris.
They've got all backs this side of the field of Wales. They've got to regenerate, and they've got to regenerate quick. Otherwise they're going to have to go to the air. Exactly what Rodri Lewis is looking to do now. They've got 5 backs in this side of the field though, so they need to be careful.
Cody Stone hits the afterburners but can't get there inside. That was electric. 15 minutes of the second half gone. Just the Harry Thomas try added to the scoreboard.
Stay now.
And this time it's Casilio. He's going to have
Balls
to put it to the
available,
sky.
use
2
it,
in the
9.
backfield for Wales, and Cody Stone now dropping back.
Not much of a chase from Italy though.
No, but the counter run good.
Look at the numbers Wales are having to burn into this contact. Ford's seen something and he wants it.
Instead, it's Jordan Morris. Strong carrier. Rodri Lewis is going to send it skyward again.
Use it.
And Cody Stone leading that chase, but then realising he was on his own and not wanting to get gas. Morgan Morse there with him as well.
He's good. He's got it.
Oh, turned over though by the diminutive youngster, and Rodri Lewis can have a dart. Morris, he finds Max Page, and now Elijah Evans. A little bit of something here for Wales, and then the outside of the boot of Harry Ford.
Oh, he just needed to keep that in hand. They had this Italian defence stressed. They're still down to 14 men. Ford's seen the space over the top, and he was looking for it. There's a point where they just needed to tie in a couple more defenders as they just come back to 15 men to Italy.
Well, it's not Samuel Morenzi coming back on, it's Mattia Medina. He is undefeated as an Italian under-20. However, he's only had 1 cap.
100% ratio.
100% record, absolutely.
Can't take that away from him, David.
Siciliano drills that one in. The safety of the front ball.
He's come straight through the middle.
It's Osian Thomas making a real nuisance of himself. Brilliant work.
He's come straight through the middle.
It's Lucas De La Rua and Osian Thomas combining to spoil that, and Wales will have the put in at the scrum.
Yeah, all the hard work by Osian Thomas. Lucas De La Rua's the other side of it. The referee, Ruben Keane, said he's come in through the middle. I'm not 100% sure he did, but they've just what they needed. You talk about momentum. Once you have got it, how do you keep hold of it? When you haven't got it, how do you get it back? And it's coming through Morgan Morse, Lucas De La Rua, and the introduction of that man, Osian Thomas. It's just what Wales needed.
Well, they've got the put in at the scrum. Big moment for this new front row. Big moment for this new Italian front row as well. Marcus Gallerini off, Davide Ascari on. Wales with width. Matty Young is there, but right out on the right flank is Cody Stone.
Look how tight Wales are set. You've got Max Page, Elijah Evans, Harry Ford, and Boshoff, all probably within 20 metres of each other.
Wales penalty. Well, there was a cool head from Rodri Lewis then, because he nearly went quickly. And I think there were 8 men who'd earned that.
Yeah,
who'd have had his guts for garters.
Big call from the referee, Ruben Keane. Straight to the corner, goes forward. And there's one aspect of the game we touched on earlier where Wales have been good in this campaign. It's the impact of these driving lineouts. They've got 1 try from it already this second half.
Good line-out ball to Della Rua.
We're backwards.
Italy defend the first phase, but here come Wales again. Max Page adds his weight. All the backs are in. Harry Thomas is there.
He's still on it.
He's still on it. He's over. Is it grounded? Yes, it is. Game on in Cardiff. A second score for Wales. It's Harry Bevel, the captain, who gets it. First time captain in the team, first time over the whitewash. And as we approach the hour, it's Wales 10, Italy 15.
You talk about patience, he's just sitting on the ball. All hard. There you see, ball tucked in his right arm. He has got Nick Thomas on his left hip. And he's just sitting there, he's waiting for the boys in front of him to do all the hard work. And it gets a little bit splintered, he's waiting there, he's waiting his pedal. And he gets over for their second try of this second half, Wales. Absolutely game on.
Harry Ford for his first points of the evening. Adds the extras. 20 minutes to go. It's a 3-point ball game at the Arms Park. Wales 12, Italy 15.
It's interesting, we talked about how impactful this Italian pack have been, but we've barely seen some of their strike runners in the backs. It's just not tactically how they've set themselves up today. Bozo, Scalabrini, Bellini, their back three are massive. Their 12 is a real dynamic character. We just haven't seen them on the ball. They haven't challenged this Welsh defensive line. So do they change tactically?
Well, the Wales skipper has brought them back into the game. Italy have made another change, this time in the front row. Nicola Gasperini, the zebra hooker, has come on. He played against Wales last time. 2 tries against Scotland in round 4. Back in Parma, after being an espoir at Stade Francais. Now Wales really look like they want to play.
Strip's fine.
Oh, it's been stripped, and that's the first touch for Gasperini, the hooker.
Good read, Boshoff, he gets high, their numbers up are Italy, he gets there, he makes that man and ball contact. Look at the extra work of the second effort of the contact as well.
Advantage.
Just feel the tails are up for Wales now, the crowd are helping, the crowd are behind, there's energy getting off that defensive line. The penalty's gone against Nick Thomas. Take the man off the ball.
5, tackling the man without the ball.
A little bit of hard work claret coming from the nostrils of the captain. And as Italy try and get as close to the Wales try line as they can, Wales make a change at scrum half. Rodri Lewis, 60 good hard minutes for him. He's been replaced by Ian Davis. Nice
Time
moment
off,
between those two players.
Just
I tell you what,
hold
Rodri Lewis looks like he could have gone
Wait.
for 70, 80, 90, 100 minutes.
How many?
Yeah, he's been impactful when he's come on, off the bench.
Time back on.
So that nice little kick he put in here last week and against England. Italy overthrown now, Morse is on the ball.
Morgan Morse takes Wales to outside the 22, and Italy creaking. They'll be kicking themselves to not be further ahead, and it could go from bad to worse because Elijah Evans is on the ball. Brilliant tackle by Electri, got on the ball, stuck with him, and there's afters again. This is a tasty contest between two teams desperate to win.
No.
Yeah, motion tied, Boshoff in from the left wing onto the right.
Well, he needs to calm down because he's right in front of the referee, is the 18-year-old.
Yeah, the assistant referee's got something to say here as well. Rosier.
Right now, he's pushing to the red players and they start the scuffle again.
Okay, so it was a red player that started the scuffle or a blue player?
Blue player initiated
Okay.
it by pushing him.
Okay. Harry. Harry. Captain. Just hold the throw, please, Saba. Okay.
Well, Max Page didn't have enough hands there.
So what's happened? The player's gone into touch. Okay. That scuffle has then been started by 13 blue unnecessarily. I've already spoken to you about this. Okay. It will be reversed and it will be a penalty against blue. Okay. Understood?
Well, that's a big moment in the game because at this stage in the first half, it was Wales piggybacking Italy up the pitch. Now, it is the opposite.
Penalty count in front of us just ticks. 17 against Wales, 11 now against Italy. That moves to 12. Italian emotion just getting the better of them. Absolutely didn't need to do it. That pass should have gone for Elijah Evans. Tackled into touch, there's nothing worse, just running it, but Wales are off again, driving line out. Oh, the double skin.
Again. Obstruction 6 and 20. Clearly in front. 6 and 20.
Let off for Italy, mistake for Wales. Not the first time that Lucas De La Rua has been pinged for that either. And rugby's a fascinating game because if we'd have had a what happened next after 15 minutes, you wouldn't say after 63 it'd be Italy 15, Wales 12, would you?
No, you wouldn't, but you get these turnarounds in games. In the referee's perception of, I've given so many penalties, how do I get back in? Or Italy been poor and Wales been good this second half. There's so many variables in it.
Well, Ocean Thomas is making the line out an absolute nightmare for Nicolas Gasparini. But Italy have managed to get their hands on this ball, which will be sweet relief. Oh, brilliant work by Gritti. What a carry from the big lock forward.
Great turnover, Jordan Thomas. He's on over the ball. Look how quick he's in on it.
John Morris, the Cardiff Met loose head.
17 on the ball. Clear lift.
This is an excellent game of rugby. Hopefully, wherever you're watching around the world, you're enjoying this one as much as we are. Big updates from around the grounds as well. We know that Ireland have beaten Scotland 36-0. They've started the second half, and England have closed the gap against France to 21-19.
Just see Wales look to get a bit of tempo with everything they're doing now. Four-man line out. Either expect a trick play coming back short side or a kick in play.
Morris, oh, what a carry. And Wales on the front foot.
Forward.
Aidan Boshov, he can put the footwork on. Oh, the collisions out there now. Belloni lifted Boshov off his feet, but he kept going, the young Welshman. And Morris goes again into Zucconi. Max Page. Oh, now he gets rid of Casilio. Wales have struggled to win collisions this entire tournament.
Done well to hold on to that Harry Thomas pass just in front of him.
Into the last 15 minutes. That's Ian Davis at scrum half now, and Harry Beddle making his way forward. Little dart by the young Bath scrum half. Jordan Morris has been everywhere. He's in at scrum half now, and Ocean Thomas carries. Gritti was over it. Well, he has to be off his feet, and he is. Oh, now Ian Davis.
Off your feet, okay?
Now, a big decision to make here because a kick for the poles levels the game.
Off feet.
Yeah, I'll probably show you where the mindset of the group are. Are we looking for the victory? Harry Ford having none of it. Look at him. He's going straight to the corner, I think. There you go. Interesting though, I'd like to know why the referee, Ruben Keane, brought Ian Davis back. There's 3 quick tap penalties he's stopped them taking so far today. Both sides.
You're not standing up for the scrum halves union by any
Quite
chance,
right too, I am, Dave. Quite right too.
6.
Big moment in a game full of big moments here for Wales. Good initial sack by Italy, but it's Wales ball in the 22, and Max Page runs upright into a big man in the form of Bellucci. Ian Davis has a snipe. Bellucci's made another tackle. He's an excellent young prospect. Now Morris out of the back door. There's no one on the flank, but Max Page is there. Great tackle on Page, still going. Max Page can't get to the line. Nick Thomas was desperate for it, but Wales knock it on the door.
Let it come, blue, roll.
That's Sam Scott with the ball.
Hands behind.
And now Beddle close by again.
Patience, control, Wales. You don't need to rush this. Nothing needs to be individual.
So Bedell's there, up the short side he goes, a lot of work to do for him.
Advantage, penalty.
And a penalty advantage, but Tory offside. Ian Davis, lovely ball to Cody Stone, a try on debut to give the lead to Wales.
Watch this ball from Ian Davis. All eyes are fixated on the attackers inside. Stones hold his width. He's not long on the field as the right winger. He's just standing on the touchline. Davis has eyeballed him. Ian Davis has eyeballed him. Watch it come back. It's shot out the back door that goes from Jordan Morris. It gets a little bit scrappy. Page gets back to his feet, doesn't release the ball, he's back to his feet though, the get stop. Balls from the pack, there's the eyeball between 9 and winger. Though he knows that money ball's coming. Casino, the 9 for Italy, is looking at the defender, the attackers in front of him. And Wales, for the first time in this game, get into the lead.
Well, the try's gone over. Casilio's actually lucky there because he's thrown an arm out on it. It could have been penalty try and a yellow card. As it stands, it is a tough conversion for this young man, Harry Ford. Oh, it's a lovely nudge. What a strike by Harry Ford. Wales 19, Italy 15. And we have got a brilliant 11 minutes of rugby to come. Huge character shown by Wales to get back into this game.
Yes, so important. You're already thinking, next job. What are we doing? Wales, nice, clean receipt of this kickoff. And let's put this ball 40, 45 metres downfield.
19-15 in this game, 68 minutes gone as Morgan Morse goes on another of his trademark exit carries. 34 points in the game, all of them scored at the same end of the pitch.
Use it! Okay, ball's available, use it, 21.
And now, Ian Davis to clear. What do you think the key for the two teams is now? Starting with Wales for the last 10 minutes and then moving on to Italy.
Yeah, Wales don't need to get too excited. They're now in control, they're in front, they've got the momentum in the game, the crowd is behind them. All discipline has been good this second half, that needs to be controlled. But play a territorial game, whether that be a little edge kicks or go to the air off your half-backs.
He's got it.
And force Italy to exit from exactly where they are.
Another turnover for Wales. They have been dynamite at the breakdown. And now Scott wants to offload. It's off an Italian boot, so it's back with blue. And that's cleared by Pucciarello. Matty Young. Now he steps forward. Penalty advantage for Wales.
14 blue in front of kicker.
This is comfortably the best 30 minutes of rugby they played in this tournament.
I need to give you the mark.
Yeah, it's an absolute replication of this first half, though. All the penalties have gone for Wales in this second half.
Always in front and advancing.
Scalabrin in front of the attacking kick and always advancing.
14 blue, always advancing.
What about
Offside.
Italy then? Because they were so dominant in the first quarter of the game. They've got 10 minutes to rescue this one. What do they need to do?
Well, we mentioned it after 20 minutes. They've just been too loose. They've been too loose, too individual. They've relied on their individual one-up power carries. And as soon as Wales have been able to get tempo into this game, Italy have struggled.
Well, they've made a change. Mata Jimenez coming on. He's mainly been deployed off the bench as an impact player. Got the start against Scotland.
Yeah, look how flat this Wales attack is. Don't expect too much apart from Max Page in the seam of this channel off this driving line. Oh, there you go.
There is Page, and good footwork from Max Page. He ends up bumping off Pelliccioli. And now Morgan Morse on the second phase. Elijah Evans desperate for it, but they go with De La Rua instead. Now Ian Davis, short ball to Harry Thomas, scorer of the try that started the Wales comeback. Good quick ball, back the other way, little dart and footwork. Oh, try save and tackle on Harry Ford. 9 minutes to go.
Working partnership now, Wales, nice and tight, don't get isolated.
Oh, Bedell, can he reach for the line? Not this time. Can Sam Scott? Just short. Now Morse, the next to go, pops that off to De La Rua. The post protector saving Italy. Bedell, Davis, beautiful ball. Matty Young can walk it in. It's another debut try. It's a bonus point for Wales, and it's a two-score game here at the Arms Park.
We'll see this on the replay, but keep your eye on where this guy comes from. Matty Young, he's stacked behind the breakdown to the left. He works. Look, he's not even in shot yet. He's already come around the corner, but he's created the extra man just before that. And it allows Wales to create the numbers on this right-hand side. It's excellent perception from Young. It's great vision by the half-backs, by Lewis and Ford. But all the hard work has been done off the ball. Matty Young, his perception, he's worked 2 phases earlier to get where he is. And he's seen there's no Italian defenders there. What a change in this second half.
Well, it was the Italian flags we were seeing and the fans we were hearing in the first half. Now it is all Wales. As that drifts across the face, but it's a 2-score game. 24-15, 72 and a half on the clock. So we take another look at this. There's a lovely confidence about that pass from Harry Ford.
Yeah, he backs his skill set. We saw that when he came on against Scotland, put that try-scoring pass in, but his catch-pass basics, his footwork on his plant, on his delivery.
Oh, is this going to go 10? No.
Yeah. Advantage.
It's been knocked on by a blue hand, and Harry Beddle with another confident carry. And there's still time to go in this game, but at the moment,
Good
it
decision.
feels like somebody has let the air out of this Italian team. Elijah Evans gives chase, so does Cody Stone. Just looking at the previous record, the last time Wales beat Italy was 25 points to 8 in 2021 here at the Arms Park. Italy have won 3 of the last 4.
Wales to
4 of the last 6.
Wales to a 4-man line-out. Where is he? Where's Jordan Morris? There he is. Expect him on ball.
There he is, that second receiver, big bump straight through Patrick de Villiers. And now Max Page steps into contact. Italy looking for the turnover. They need the ball, they need the territory. They haven't got either. Nick Thomas. It's been a good shift from the big lock forward. Oh, Ian Davis, what an offload. He got melted, but had lovely soft hands, as did Ford. Boshoff off his wing, Aidan Boshoff, the young Bristol Bear. And Wales into the 22 again. Morgan Morse pinballing off Italian defenders. Davis, Della Rua in at standoff, helps it on its way.
Good
Turned over though, it's Bellucci again. Oh, it's stolen back for Wales though. Della Rua bumps off one. De Villiers left on the turf. Now Beddle can't get try number 2.
Brilliant carry out for Beddle. He went back to his strength, back to his supporters.
Jordan Morris. Can Wales pinch another to bury this game? Oh, what a tackle. Outstanding on Max Page. And Italy holding on for dear life. Ian Davis, now the width comes, or does it? No, Ford wants to go himself. Good decision to stick hold.
Okay, there's penalty advantage.
Another penalty advantage for Wales. Max Page held up. Penalty to come. Is there more for this Welsh team?
Here. Okay.
And take a breather. This has been
They can't make a sub now.
an outstanding
14
turnaround
ball
from this
offside.
Welsh team, who are 5 minutes away from a brilliant victory.
Yeah.
Even Rob Howley smiling.
And Kevin Bowering just to Rob Howley's right.
What are we doing, Harry?
But tap 5,
Post.
tap penalty. Ooh,
Post.
they've gone
3
for
points.
the sticks. They're 9 points ahead, but they've gone for the points.
Well, you can eat a minute out of the clock, can't you?
After the kick.
Yeah, you can. But it's what we haven't seen enough in this tournament from Wales, is the attacking intent. They haven't probably had the set piece to allow them to do that. But
I'll
once
give you
they've gone
20
through
seconds,
phases,
okay?
they have been excited. They have created opportunities. But this guy on your screen, Max Page, they've shifted him into 12 this weekend after the injury to Ackerman last week. But he's been a powerful carrier. He's 33 metres made in just 3 carries. So his ability to stay on his feet, his excellent good footwork.
.27 points to 15. Wales 3.5 minutes in from victory. More substitutions being made, and what a moment for these young players to come onto the pitch. Harry Ford has dictated things so well in this second half. He'll be replaced by the exciting youngster Ellis Price, who was called up last week, the Scarlets under 18. And wearing number 19 will be Gethin Cannon, replacing Morgan Morse, who's put in a tireless shift. Delarua, who also just has not stopped for Wales today. So Gethin Cannon, the fourth Cardiff Met student on the pitch today. Another debut, and hugely successful debuts for all of the players who've been given a shot today. Oh!
Advantage!
That is a good old school hospital pass.
Knock on.
Yeah, I like that. There's having a discussion just off the ball. Ian Davis, Ellis Price, the replacement half-backs.
Richie Rees, there is your player of the match, Wales number 8, Morgan Morse. Tell us why you've selected him this evening.
Yeah, we know the quality he's got. We've seen that in the United Rugby Championship so far this season. But if you look at the numbers, he's top of everything. Tackles made, 21 tackles made, 47 metres made in contact in your carry. But what I like about him more than anything else is his work ethic. Both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively. There's plenty of other players that put their hands up today. Harry Bedell, the whole back row, Lucas De La Rua. Harry Ford at 10.
It's a free kick.
Making his first start, Matty Young. They've all been exciting, but we've seen them in the second half. We barely saw them first half. But you build now. How do you build? So from your Six Nations, you take that into your summer, into your World Cup in South Africa.
Let's go. Okay, just early push, right? The gap was fine, it was an early push.
Update from Poe. France 31, England 24. What a game they've got going on there. So England do have the bonus point try. So if they can hit the front, they will be Six Nations champions.
Fine!
If France hold on, then it will be Ireland's third time in a row. No Grand Slam this year, but undefeated, of course, after that 32-all draw with Wales. With Ireland, as Wales...
Hands in the scrum, 20 red.
Stick a hand in the scrum. Very old-fashioned. Here's De Villiers then. Loses his balance. Ellis Price gets a valuable touch on him into the last minute. Italy need 2 scores. And perhaps the first score at this end of the pitch. Oh, what a line, what an offload, brilliant. Here's Medina. How did Scalabrine keep hold of that? It's not going to matter, because it's another turnover. It's Harry Bedell, captain, fantastic tonight.
If you talk about one thing that both sides take away from this match is their ill-discipline. There's nearly 40 penalties have been given away in this game so far today. But Wales, they've come out on the right side of the scoreboard. Second half is what their game model, what their structure has to look like moving forward.
Final few seconds. The victory dance has already started in the coaching box. Richard Whiffen. Well, someone wants to tell him he's won the game. This is a big night, Mr. Whiffen. Harry Thomas finds the man, finds Ocean Thomas.
We're off the mark. Yes, it is.
And the clock has gone red. Ian Davis draws the curtain down on this Six Nations for Wales, draws the curtain down on the best 40 minutes of rugby this young group have produced. Aidan Boshoff, outstanding. Morgan Morse, the player of the match. 21 tackles, 47 metres made, and that man captain in the team for the first time with his first try. Lucas De La Rua bringing that URC and Champions Cup form into the under-20 Six Nations. And Wales have produced a victory that many didn't expect they would at the beginning of the night here at Cardiff Arms Park. They've done it in style. 27 unanswered points in the second half. They've bookended the under-20 Six Nations with bonus point wins, and they've done it by the score of 27 points to 15 over the Italians. So Richie Rees, very soon we'll be hearing from the player of the match. Morgan Morse. It was him tonight, but it could have been any one of the Welsh players. Let's talk about who from Italy impressed you, because they were disappointing in the second half, but they were red hot for the first.
Yeah, they were. That whole first 15-20 minutes for Italy was based around their set piece. You can't go too far away from looking at their type 5. Pisani, Gallerini, both props, gritty, but ultimately discipline took its toll. First half on Wales, second half on Italy. The possession territory stats evened themselves out after being so dominant in Italy's favour in that first half. But you're right, I just don't think Italy played enough rugby. They tried relying on their strengths of their game, but as soon as that fails, you have to have a plan B. And tonight they didn't.
Well, from a coaching perspective then, you've had hundreds, thousands of pre-game chats, half-time chats, full-time chats. That half-time chat that Richard Whiffen and co. had with the Welsh team has worked wonders.